Okay, well here's the full loadout of the bike. Laugh as you may, it is packed. Going to the High Sierra, Kern River, birthplace of the golden trout. So real quick, it's designed to where I can pull off the side of the road, pull this chair out, all my coffee's in here. I can have a quick coffee. Drone is here. I can just take the drone up, take a quick peek, do some filming, and then it's easy to strap the chair back in along with the coffee and the drone, and then I'm down the road again. Other stuff like this is clothes and laptop bags. So I put the less used stuff that mainly I'd probably use at night would be here and in here. So like here I labeled this so I don't forget, because sometimes you say, oh, did I put it in this bag or did I put it in that bag? So a quick label helps out. Tent, rain gear, med kit, blow up, pillow. Then over here, water, sleeping bag, pillow. So that's all like camping stuff. Everything else, like I said, everything is ready, available. Is going to be up in here. It's an extra set of gloves. I'm a little selfie stick. I've got different neck gaiter type stuff, hat, the air pumps up here, the toolkit's up here because the weight needs to be here. These 690s get light because they're a lighter bike. They're lighter on the front end. So the front end, especially if you get a lot of wind, starts to float up. So you don't want the bags square to the wind. You want to build it like a triangle. So this I have dipped down, may look kind of weird, but it's actually very functional. When the wind comes, it breaks over the top and below, and it really cuts through the wind, especially in those desert trips. Trust me, I've been blown around Highway 395 going up through the Owens Valley, and it's no joke when the wind comes in at 50 miles per hour and you're going another 50, you're going to have 100 mile per hour winds, and that's where it really counts. So you have to make sure to position those bags like that. Also, they're positioned as low as I can get them. This has about a 3.5 inch sag. So when I sit on it, these will actually be even a little lower. Total of 10 inches of travel, but like I said, 3.5 inches of that is going to be sag. So the fuel, I put the fuel up front. Here, these are emergency purposes. Trust me, I've been out there and I've run out of fuel. Because, for instance, in Yosemite, they don't have, for instance, in the valley, they don't have any gas stations there anymore. I didn't know that. And then Crane Flat, went up to Crane Flat, and all the power was out to the gas station. So only gas was like way out of the, fortunately I was able to borrow gas, but man, you can't ever have enough gas, especially since this bike only comes with about 3.4 gallons. So you need to make up for that extra. So what I do is I put that towards the front, and the front, it helps keep more weight on the front to where the front end doesn't start blowing up, because that's what will happen. You have weight on the rear, wind comes in, like I said, especially the higher winds, your front end will start to lift up and it gets pretty scary on the freeway. So the more weight you can get on front and scoot forward, the better, So I have the 2 fuel containers. I have this extra, there's a, inner tube in here. I did get this extra windscreen here. So I bought this recently off of Amazon. I really like it. It just gets just enough wind off your chest, but not enough to block your vision. It's perfect. Oh man, I love it. Right. So that's really useful. I would try and get one of those if you can. Extra USB up front on my front-facing camera. I also have a rear-facing camera. These are elephant ears here. Normally they had an attachment here, but I took that off. The elephant ears are great. They have they're heated, and it's probably a little late in the season to have those, but I am going up in the Alpine area, and who knows, the weather, you can have all sorts of rain and stuff. It just kind of keeps all of that off the controls. So, and it keeps the wind off your knuckles. So I could probably go without, but I just decided to keep them on, and they're kind of fun to have. And so this is, like I said, the full build out of the bike in adventure mode. I still have the crash buttons on here. You know, bikes have the big crash bars, and that's okay, but they add a lot more weight. This actually protects you a lot. Just having a little button there is fine. Kept the stock pan. Look, I'm an older dude. There's no way I'm going to be doing off-road type stuff to where, you know, if I need a real heavy-duty pan, then I'm probably in an area I shouldn't be anyways, so I'll leave it at that. I have a tow rope right here. I just strapped it to the frame. It was a unique place just to put it, so if for some reason I need to be towed by a friend or what have you, like the tow rope's there. So what else? Oh, water bottle up over here. So I just went ahead and tie strap this guy over here on the side. This is great. I just keep extra tie straps and straps in here in case I need them for in a quick pinch. Also, this is useful since the temperatures may get really high. You just get a little bottle and fill it full of water, and you just have it here. You have the top open like this, and you're going down the road. I can simply just pick this up and squirt my neck, and it'll get water all down in your jacket, and it's just like air conditioning. Oh man, it's so great. I love this. You just keep it right here, and you're good to go. You pick it up and just squirt your neck with it. The other thing I added to this bike is I added this little cruise control. So it actually snaps, and it locks really good. And you just put your thumb underneath, pop it up. It was only like $25 on Amazon, and actually it's really, really sturdy. Of course, I had to stock, you have to kind of sand it down, you have to mate it, and then with this bolt here, I ended up epoxying this together to make it stiffer. Just stock out of the box, it's too loose, and it got kind of bad reviews, or say not so good reviews, I think because of that, because you have people that buying it and they want they're not willing to put the time in to kind of customize it and make it look better. So I had to cut the end of this grip off to get this to fit, but man, it works great. It's better than that one I had to adjust and kind of pinch forward onto the bar. So I really enjoyed that one. What else? We'll go around here. So I put these light bars here. So these are LED light bars. So on the freeway and in dark conditions, they look kind of kooky, but man, they light up. I'll try and get a view of them here lighting up shortly here. Well, here, let me switch the camera. So here we go. Oh man, it's a lot of stuff there. We'll start down over here. So I got a new drone since I crashed the one up in what do you call it, Mammoth Lakes. How about this one on Amazon? It's really good. It was a B-Wine. It's kind of a cheapo still, but for the value, you can't really beat it. It has a 3-point gimbal, and it's all like remote control. It doesn't have collision avoidance, but it has a return to home function. It'll fly to 10,000 feet, and I got it for about $350. So you really can't beat that. It has little remote control that comes with it. It has 3 separate batteries, so it has good flight time. It has little SD cards you can put in it, but it also records locally to your phone. The frames per second aren't that great, but my view on frames per second is you can always film slower and then speed it up post-production, and you can get your 30 frames per second. So to me, it's not that big a deal. I just don't want to spend $800 to $1,000 on a drone. I'm not Mr. Moneybags. It comes with a little case here, pretty awesome. Next thing is I have my med kit, probably overproduced, a little big, but you know what? It has a splint in it. It has my, here, I'll open it up real quick. So here we go. It has a splint in it. It has, just in case you accidentally fracture your leg or something, you can stabilize it. It has all sorts of bandages, stitches, man, all sorts of stuff. The other thing I included too is an EpiPen. So everyone has to remember that it's good to have an EpiPen. I put it in here because I'm allergic to bees. So if a bee flies up my helmet, stings me, what have you, and I'm not anaphylactic, but if you do get anaphylactic, boy, that's a good one to have. So anyways, pretty cool. I think this was only like 50 bucks or so on Amazon. Comes in a nice little kit, you know. So lots of extra stuff here. So yeah, like I said, a little bigger. I could probably go a little smaller on it, but that's okay. Next item is I have JB Weld. JB Weld is always like super useful, especially if you want, if you include thread with it. Well, that's one thing I have to remember to bring is thread. A little can of WD-40, that's always super useful for chains or what have you. I have a little digger and pooper scooper type thing that is small but super beneficial when you need it. Probably a little bit heavy, but like I said, it's dinky. Toothpaste, toothbrush, dental floss. I pack out some food, not a huge amount, because I will be on the road where I'm going. There's always going to be restaurants and stuff, but still, it's nice to pull off to the side and have something to eat in a pinch, you know. So I got those. Those run for about $8 on Amazon. Here's my tool wrap right here. Again, probably a little heavy. Could go a little lighter, but you know, changing your tires kind of a pain in the ass. So even though these are heavier, man, when you start to change your tire and you really need to get some leverage on it, these are really good to have. One for front and back. And then I got these little guys. They're just little plastic ones, and you can put these up and around. Along with the WD-40 lubing the tire around the edges, you can do a tire change pretty quickly, you know. And this one is a rigs. Again, I love rig gear. For me, where I don't go traveling all the time, I'm not going to like another country or what have you, rig gear is pretty awesome for the price, you know. I mean, I forget how much I got this little tool wrap, but it's pretty cheap. I have extra front brakes. There's plenty on my front brakes right now, probably for the trip, but who knows. It's always good to have that, so I brought an extra front brakes here. Said little ratchet, little extensions that actually fit with the ratchet, so on and so forth. This is good. This just wraps right up and goes. I put it right in the front of what do you say, my chest bag area on top of the tank. These are just tent stakes here. I have little stuff for trimming and that type of thing. I have tape, duct tape, and regular electrical tape. I have my little portable tire pressure thing to increase my tire pressure. Little extra USB cables. Here I have a flashlight. It's pretty good, and I have a headlamp too, so I have both. There's a little water bag here for in case I run into a situation where I need to suck and clean water, so that's what I do there. I have some here, Deep Woods Deep stuff, waterproof matches. Here I just have a little container of ibuprofen, you know, Benadryl, you know, that type of thing, aspirin, just a couple of things of those. This is Camp Suds. This is useful for if you have to wash outdoors in a river or something. It's not going to like kill everything. This is extra. I'm going to put this away. This is pretty cool. This is a little material. It's like tent repair material. You can get it off of Amazon. It's called, what is it called? Yeah, Gear Aid. Really cool, man. I use this not only in my car to repair like little damage to the upholstery, it's just super useful. So I bought that. I have a little fire starter bag. Probably not going to bring the toe warmer type thing because it's not cold enough now. It's pretty warm, so I'll probably be leaving that back. I brought extra rock straps. I brought little ones and a larger one. There's nothing like having a little extra rock straps around. They're super, super useful. Extra towels right here, microfiber towels. Having towels is good. These are little doggy poop bags, but they're useful in case you need them for whatever reason. Combat wipes, small one. These are really good. Wipes you can't get enough of. They're really great for a impromptu shower too. This is I have a front and rear tire tube. Now, a lot of times you just use the front tire to fill the rear tire too, but I'm probably going to end up bringing both. The other thing is extra bags for garbage. Also, when you wear your clothes and you get smelly, you want to separate those from the other stuff. So you don't want your smelly clothes to then get in the way of your good clothes. So extra bags, I've learned, is useful. On over here to, I brought this here for instant coffee. Instead of the little packs, you can get a 3-pack of these for like 24 bucks. This is like huge. This is enough to last the whole trip. Then I have my little gas burner and stove. And go into here. So here we go. It has a splint in it. It has, just in case you accidentally fracture your leg or something, you can stabilize it. Has all sorts of bandages, stitches, man, all sorts of stuff. The other thing I included too is an EpiPen. So everyone has to remember that it's good to have an EpiPen. I put it in here because I'm allergic to bees. So if a bee flies up my helmet, stings me, what have you, and I'm not anaphylactic, but if you do get anaphylactic, boy, that's a good one to have. So anyways, pretty cool. I think this was only like 50 bucks or so on Amazon. Comes in a nice little kit, you know. So lots of extra stuff here. So yeah, like I said, a little bigger. I could probably go a little smaller on it, but that's okay. Yeah, so here's a little gas burn stove. Really simple. It also has like these little legs that come out and they attach to the bottom of the can here, so it stabilizes it. And the other thing I have in here is I have more instant coffee, but more importantly, which is super important, you guys can never forget, is these little electrolyte packs. And these, since I'm on a diet, I want to keep my weight down. These are great. I love these. These are, this one has a little bite to it, mango chili, but it's sugar-free. And anyways, in a pinch, especially if you're out in an area where you're having to drop and pick up your bike a lot, you need to stay hydrated. So that's huge. So I have a little electrolyte packs that I can throw into my water and stay hydrated. The next, I do have these goggles here. These are real useful, especially if it gets very sandy and the sand starts kicking up in your helmet. You got to have a pair of good goggles that keep the dust out of your eyes. If you get a good waft of dust in your eyes, you may be crashing off the road. On to clothes. Really clothes, I just carry three shirts, just a couple of these hats here. I also have a floppy hat, which keeps the sun out of you. A couple pairs of sunglasses. I have lightweight gloves for when I need more feel when I go off-road. I also have these real thicker road type gloves, and when you're going long distances on the freeway and stuff at high speed, you definitely want to make sure to have a couple pairs of gloves. These aren't good for off-road because you don't have enough feel for the controls, so you need a couple pairs of gloves. So if we go back over here, like I said, I have clothes. This is a shell, a waterproof shell to go over my pants. And this is put out by Hawk. Hawk has great things. And this is actually a waterproof shell that goes over my main jacket. Just in case there's a huge downpour or what have you, you need something you can throw on that's like really, really waterproof. This also comes with like a little hoodie. Like I said, these are kind of heavy, so, but you know what? When you need them, right? These are little elbow guards in case it gets really hot out. I'm out somewhere and I have to strip down. At least I can protect my elbows with these. So that's a little extra protection. Also, I have an undergarment here. I think these are like 39 bucks. And these are, I believe, Alpine Stars. Yeah, Alpine Stars sequence. These are really cool. They have extra padding down below for your butt, but they also have hip protection. And what I like about these is you can wear them under your jeans or anywhere, right? So, and they don't look goofy like some of those other jean type stuff. So you can wear that in a regular pair of pants and it adds that extra protection. This one here, this is just my helmet cover. So we go here. This is the Wise Owl pillow that I got for sleeping. And I also have this this Teton bag. It's extra large bag, and it's super comfy. And it's only about, I think it's only like $90. And it goes, it's a 0 degree bag, so it means you you'll be comfortable down to about 30 degrees, which is plenty. I mean, you'll live at 0 degrees, but you won't be comfortable. But this will be comfortable down to like 30 degrees, and it packs down pretty good, and the price is right. You know, like I said, you can get real expensive stuff. I have other things I need to spend my money on other than sleeping bags. But this is good. This is all memory foam, and it really squishes down, so I can really pack it in a bag. Let's see what else here. So I have this air cushion, a larger one, air mattress. So that goes down on the ground, and it's important to have a good air mattress, and one that's a little thicker, not so thin, you know. Because sleep is really important. You can be as light as you want, but if you're sleeping like crap, that's a bigger danger than carrying an extra few pounds. Then I have this little fold-up chair. This one's great. And I use a fold-up chair a lot, so I'll just pull off the side of the road, pull up my chair, sit down, flip, have a piece of a cup of coffee, and I'm good to go. This is a 3-man tent. I could probably go smaller with a 2-man, but the 3-man's kind of nice because I have extra area to throw things around, that type of thing. This is an extra blow-up pillow right here. So I use this in combination with this because I tend to be a side sleeper. Also, I tend to need to be elevated. I'm not sleeping so flat. So this is like a necessary thing for me. This is not optional. So anyways, I sleep pretty good with this stuff. This is a 1-gallon container, Sea to Summit, and it's pretty good because it can hang up as a shower. I put these little things on because I can wear it as a backpack. Let's say you break down on your bike and you got to hike out of there somewhere. Well, this is a great one. You can carry 1 gallon of extra water. It also has a bit to hang up on the tree as a shower if you need to. So these are really cool, and it's super, super sturdy. So like I said, you can never have too much gas or too much water. So yeah, even though this is heavy, it's water and keeps you alive. So the other thing, the 690 that I have does not have extra fuel, so I got to carry extra fuel with me. These are great little ones right here. These are called Fuel Friends. If you go to Amazon.de, as in Germany, you can find these. You have to order them from Germany. What I like about these fuel tanks here is, unlike the Roto Packs, which are really huge and you can only put them in one location, I can split these and put them on different parts of the bike, but they also stack. So if I want to I can throw them down like this, and they strap and stack together just like a Roto Pack. So I really like that. So these are super useful, and they have like these little, like I said, these little clips here. So you just put one strapper on it, like a rock strap, and they strap anywhere. The other ones I got are over here. They're just round cylinder type fuel right here. But this here will give me an extra couple gallons, essentially, or not a couple gallons, what do you say, about 1.5 gallons of gas. Because the 690 only has 3.4 gallons, this gets me up to that 5-gallon range that everyone's kind of aiming for. Here's my knee guards right here. They're just enough to protect you if you go down, but not so stiff that they'll tear your knees. Sometimes if you get the more expensive ones, they actually don't flex enough and they're more of a danger. They can really lock up your knee. So I enjoy those. They're only $100. Anyways, the helmet, just an AT950. I really like this. It's just dual purpose. It's great, right price. I think it was about $300 when I got it. So this little cubby hole here, it's built into the 690. This is where I put the epoxy and the WD-40. Those two little things fit perfect right in there. Okay, here we go. There you go. Those are lights. Those really light up. Really light up at night. So yeah, I don't want to be rear-ended on a long trip. So I thought, you know what? Just made this out of PVC and just a makeshift, but it's going to be really, really important for safety. Next thing is that I have this rear-facing camera. Comes on and just films in a loop. So anyone behind me doing any monkey business, they're going to get caught. And I also have one up in front up over here, of course. And this is a cheapo one, but you know what? God, it's my most reliable camera, this Akaso. It's like a cheaper Akaso, but you know, always turns on and always films. Some of the other stuff, it's more expensive, but and at higher quality, but it just hasn't been as reliable as this one. I can't get away from this camera. It's just been so reliable. Let's see, what else here? I have this guy here. It's kind of, it'll hold the for navigation, it'll hold the phone. I wouldn't really, since it is kind of plastic, I kind of hesitant to, if I'm going off-road, to really use it. I'd have to probably build something a little more stable for that. I don't know. I just don't trust anything that's really plastic. What else? I have the AirHawk cushion. This cushion has so it's not just I have the AirHawk. I actually have so there's the little air things, but you don't pump it up that much. Put very little air in it. But then I got this little top pad too, and this is gel. So it's a gel top because my ass gets really sore. So anyway, so I have this on top of the air cushion, and it adds a little more height to the vehicle, but not too much. You know, I'm pretty long-legged, but if you're height challenged, it may be a problem for you. But I find it very useful to have this for my butt. That's for sure. What else? Yeah, I think that's kind of the rig rundown here. And like I said, I know it's kind of heavy, but it's going to be super functional for filming and doing everything else I need to do. And it's built low, so it's going to be safe. And just to make a point of the weight too, remember this, compared to the 790, the twin cylinder up from this, or any twin cylinder, T7, you're 100 pounds heavier. So even me sitting here at 74 horsepower, even though I'm packed out, this is probably, I haven't weighed it, but it's probably a good 70 pounds. I'm still probably lighter than those vehicles are stock. So, and that's another advantage to having a little 690. A little update on the rear lights. What ended up happening is the exhaust ran so hot it bent the top PVC down. So what I ended up doing is I straightened it, and then I actually took it on a stove and I melted it and bent it down further, and then I bent the other side down to match. Kind of kooky, I know, but it works, and it really helped on the road, especially around dusk. So that was kind of a fail and an update. The other thing is I lost the drone. I only had one cord on it, and I should have put two. I did tie it off, but the problem is it fell back and got sucked up by the rear tire. So another drone kind of bit the dust. I'm able to, physically it's not bad, but it's still wirelessly it's not connecting right, even though I completely could have took it apart. So I think there's something wrong with the wireless chip. It's probably salvageable though. Everything else has worked pretty well so far. This, like I said, I've yet to mount this right now, but I did end up moving the chair, which was also loosely attached, into a bag. And that was the only other real update to it. It's really driven smooth, and I still have some tread left. I'll probably, by the end of this, have to replace that rear tire.